Good afternoon. It's time to get started. I am Dan Beerpig82. This is Kerbal Space Program. And yes, of course, with seconds to go before I'm supposed to say, hey, it's time to go, I had to go quickly take care of something in the laundry room, and all sorts of stuff happened at once. But hey, Pete Venkman is first. How are you doing, Pete? Yeah, so I just very frantically moved around a bunch of laundry and stuff so that my stepson can do his laundry, etc. But hey, look at this. We're gonna go. We got our lander on Minmus. Nailed it, says Pete. Yeah, you nailed it, all right. It has been nailed, and by you nonetheless. But yeah, we are ready to go. And yep, I have continued as before, launching and refueling the ship in orbit of Minmus. And if you are looking very closely and have been paying attention, you might notice something a little bit different about this guy. And that is that he is slightly taller, this lander. Let's go ahead and get out of that view. Bring back up the user interface. There we go. And yeah, this is now called the Mosquito 3.1 lander. And the only real difference between this and the Mosquito 3.0 that we were using before is that there is one more ore tank. And that just saves a little bit of time, not a ton, but a little bit. And we're actually about, what, 52, 53, I think, % done filling up the, fueling up the ship. So yeah, we're getting there. But we're also coming up on a launch window to Dres. And I want to try again to send the ScanSat Supreme to Dres, because the last time we tried, that was actually the third ScanSat Supreme that we had ever launched. And we lost contact with it because our communications were not quite good enough. So we're going to see if we can do better this time. Because Dres is one of the few planets that we don't have maps of yet. And speaking of maps, we also have some that we need to analyze and gather some data from. Wow, this thing is kind of getting a little spastic there. Interesting. Yep. That's a lot more precision than we actually need, Mr. MechJeb there. But yeah, so, but also, why did I need a new one of these? Let's just say that finally MechJeb didn't stick the landing. Is that where the other one? No, that is not where the other one is. But yeah, there was finally a landing where MechJeb actually landed on the side, tried to do a little flip on the way down. And of course, since I was doing the whole, you know, autopilot, give it commands, and then work on other things while it's doing the commands, I wasn't there to fix it. But that's okay. Launched this one, and we're doing all right. JebDerp, yes indeed. I think also I've solved the issue of the RCS being turned off on the way down, because that was part of the issue, is that I missed when it had turned off another RCS, and it tried to do some corrections. Sometimes, usually it does fine even without the RCS on the landing, but this time it tried to do a flip without the RCS, and yeah, it was a disaster. It broke all of the solar panels off, so it cannot generate power. So it is now space junk on the surface of Minmus. But that's all right. So yeah, we've got this guy here, and let's go ahead. I've been practicing with the docking autopilot, and I've got things worked out better, which is important because this being significantly heavier on launch, I was running out of RCS fuel using the docking autopilot as it tried to line up with the docking ports. And so I had to do some weird manual docking, the likes of which we have seen several times on stream, actually. But yeah, I think I've got this working a whole lot better. So let's do this. We've got 16 days before we launch for Dres. So let's choose ships and interplanetary propulsion module. That's the one. Click to control from the docking port. And yes, so what I've done is override safe distance to 5 meters, override start distance to 10 meters. These were the default values when I clicked the override buttons. So now instead of trying to back off and go all the way around the ship and start 100 meters away, as long as I aim for the correct side of the ship And Shipwreck is here, redeeming a Boozney and a random cat. We got Shadow and Crookshanks. All right, I'll finish this explanation, then we'll do our first Boozney. Hello, Shipwreck. Mod overload. Wow. But yeah, so as long as I get this thing on the right side of the ship, now I click the autopilot button, and it very efficiently just goes right for the docking port. It's much, much better. But yeah, here we go. Let's go ahead and bring up the booze cam here. Hello, it's me, Dan Bear Pig. And let's shift that just a bit. There we go. Yep, with the frantic things coming up literally the minute I'm supposed to be starting. I didn't aim the camera quite properly. There it is. Here redeemed first, the shipwreck, because whoever it is banned. Well, that would be my brother, Pete Venkman. All right, we're gonna do this this double actuator, double IPA. This is actually the last one of these that I've got, but yeah, it's a good one. Yeah, 8.5% alcohol by volume, not too bad. Let's go ahead and give it a pour. Boom, boom, boom. There we go. How are you doing, Shipwreck? I saw you in Supreme Doom stream. Are you cheating on me? Leaving me for your own wife's stream. How dare. Can't even believe it. Danned. Yeah, you're danned. Thank you, Shipwreck. All right. So let's go ahead and do this. Let's engage the autopilot for our orbit. Yep, 32 kilometers. It's set properly. And retract the landing gear. Yes, I am. This is Shipwreck. Well, at least you admit it. Honesty goes a long way. So yeah, I think we have a couple more antennas to add to the ScanSat Supreme. So we're going to be modifying it a little bit to have the next generation of ScanSat Supreme and send that to Dres. And Shipwreck says, I told you I'd even go to Per Crunch before you... Wow, rude. And Black Steel with the first time chat. Welcome, Black Steel. Midimus? I mean, we were on the Greater Flats instead of the Midlands, so I guess you could call the Midlands of Minimus Midimus. That would work. All right, so MechJeb is taking us to our apoapsis. We have our... Let's turn on the RCS. We have our apoapsis of 32 kilometers, and we're going to line up. KSP indeed. Original KSP. I can't really say lightly modded anymore, considering we're using MechJeb heavily now in the late game, and ScanSat as well, but still fairly true to the vanilla stock feel, I'd say. All right, and there's the time warp right there. And we have ignition. And so yeah, I've been doing more of these. I've probably done about 50 of these now. At least 40, because I think we get a little bit more than 1% fueled up with each delivery of ore on this ship, because it's a big ship, and it's only the propulsion system so far. But then every once in a while, instead of refining fuel, we have to refine monopropellant for the reaction control thrusters. Let's do this by impulsive transfer to target, create and execute, and that'll be in 2 hours and 31 minutes. Let's pull this up. And Shipwreck, I have set up a contract for your rescue redeem, Derpy Dan Kerman. So we'll be doing that today as well. That is on the itinerary, the space itinerary. All right, lining up. Black Steel says, I'm trying to get to the moon in KSP. Are you brand new to the game? That is definitely a milestone. All right, we're lined up, and we've got a 4-second burn. How far have you gotten so far, Black Steel? That name is just making me think Vault Hunters right now, since I played so much of that, and how I spent all my black chromatic steel, and I need to make more. All right, burn is complete. We have an approach of 1.8 kilometers. Yeah, 1.8 kilometers. Let's go ahead and adjust that a little bit closer. Whoop. All right, 1 kilometer will do. That'll do fine. And now let's do match velocities with target at closest approach, create and execute. So in half an hour, we will arrive and slow down by 12.5 meters per second. And Pete Beckman says, I've been playing for a while, and getting to the moon is the best I can do somewhat consistently. I know how you mean. One of the nice things that I've gotten out of this, streaming this playthrough, is sticking to a playthrough. I've never quite gotten this far. I've gotten almost this far in a playthrough before, but then other things come up and I don't play for a while, and then by the time I start playing again, I'm like, yeah, I just want to start a new playthrough, and repeat. So not taking shortcuts, not getting lazy with things, and sticking to it have been the big things that I have gained from doing this live as a stream. And so this time between streams was a very rare thing in that I did a launch off camera. More than 90% of the launches that I've done have been on camera, at least not launches of new rockets from Kerbin. Like, of course, I've launched this from the surface of Minmus a few dozen times now and landed. But yeah, this thing here was a fresh launch from Kerbin. And it's because there were still 150 days between then and this upcoming launch window to Drez. And so we were going to continue on this. And here we go. We are 1 kilometer away from our target. Let's go ahead and point towards it. No, this way. There we go, like this. Shipwreck says, I'm here and listening. My hands are in chicken, prepping for chicken parmesan. Sus. Actually, that sounds delicious. Black Steel says, I'm in elliptical orbit trying to brute force the moon. That is definitely a way to do it. Especially just starting with it. Alright, here we go. Pointing right at it, and you can see it there in the distance. Let's go ahead and start the engines a little bit and get closer. And Shipwreck redeemed a random cat, and we got Crookshanks and Shadow. It says, your face is sus. I don't know. I don't know about that, Shipwreck. Your face is sus. And of course, Pete Bankman is here, so as is tradition, we have to do this at night. Pete Bankman says, I'm cutting onion for a salad. My tears are from that, not from danders. Good to know. Good to know. Okay. Oh yeah, and I also have this thing set to control from the refinery port, the refinery docking port, which means that that is automatically our target, which helps a ton. Let's see, let's come around. There we go. Stability assist on, and yeah, let's keep the resources open. We have 350 units of monopropellant remaining, which if we were doing this without overriding our safe distance and safe start distance, then we would absolutely not be making it. But as it is, this will work just fine. And Pete Beckman redeemed a hydrate. All right, let's do a hydrate. There we go. Turn on the booze cam, even though it's not for the booze, it's for the water. And here we go. Thank you very much, Pete Bankman. Gotta stay hydrated in space. We got, let's see, Pearly Nugget. Oh, wait. Yeah, those are Pearlescent Moons emotes. Nice. Nugget and Olive. Yep, Pearlescent Moons cats. Those are pretty great emotes. Hydrating in space is right, says Pete Bagman. Yeah, I thought you meant tight. Yeah, hydrating in space is tight. Here, I gotta do this. Since we got Pearlescent Moon's cats in chat, I gotta put my cats in chat. There we go. Now they're all buddies. Alright, here we are within 200 meters. Let's go ahead and engage the autopilot and activate the camera on the docking port and enjoy the view as MechJeb brings us in to deliver yet another load of ore to the propulsion module for our ship. And this is the part where if I was between streams, I would be either playing some Minecraft while this happened, or cleaning up my office, and all the while watching YouTube. Or actually, lately I've been rewatching Breaking Bad since I finished Better Call Saul finally, since that's finally, the season 6 of that is finally on Netflix. And man, that has taken me back a whole decade in nostalgia. All right, and yeah, our speed limit is set to 2 meters per second. Oh, no, we do want to do that. And even clicking over here, it counts for that. Wow, that's a little bit touchy. There we go. Let's move it like that. Moving toward the starting point. And it says it's 0 meters per second, but we're definitely going more than 0 meters per second. So whatever code is calculating what goes in this spot right here is bugged, but at least the code for actually moving the ship where it needs to go seems to work just fine. So I think what we'll do is dock with the ship, refuel, and then we're going to leave it there for a little bit because this thing actually has more ore capacity than the refinery does, since the refinery has 2 of the tanks and this one has 3. So it doesn't need to stay there for a little bit while the ore is processed until it's empty. And what we can do is modify the ridiculous contraption we came up with last time based on James Bond, the villain ship from You Only Live Twice, Blofeld's ship. That was Blofeld, right? And You Only Live Twice, I think it was. That was kidnapping space capsules in orbit. Because we used that for a rescue last time, and I want to modify and improve that design and use it again this time, because I think that would be fun. And we'll get a decent amount of money as well from this contract. And here we are on our approach. Shipwreck says, not done cooking, but I'm done pounding the chicken. I'm glad to hear that you are done pounding the chicken, Shipwreck, because you gotta make sure that meat is tenderized before you cook it. And Silvery Sky, welcome. How are you doing, Silvery Sky? Shipwreck laughing. Or is that crying from, you know, cutting onions or whatever? I am doing great, Silvery Sky. We had our orchestra rehearsal this morning, and my kids actually slept last night, so they were very well behaved at it. and we just had a great time, and now they are at the tail end of their nap, and my wife's napping too, and I'm just playing Kerbal Space Program. They slept, yep. They usually do sleep pretty well, except when we have to be up early the next day. They know. Somehow they know. I slept too, what a coincidence. Nice. All right, let's turn the UI back on, and here we are coming in for our final dock. And look at that, we hardly used any monopropellant. So yeah, this method works way better for the fuel efficiency using MechJeb to dock. All right, and yeah, here we are with our pilot Buckaroo Kerman and our engineer Giga Kerman. Both viewer redeems. Let's pull up the fuel balancer and start transferring the ore out. We've got 3 tanks now. And transfer monopropellant in. There we go. And rocket fuel, let's, while we do this, balance all the tanks. That way we can see exactly how much progress we have made. And yeah, so we are at 53.6% fueled on this ship. And so yeah, you can actually see the fuel gauges appreciably up. And by the time this fuel, or this ore is processed, we'll be at about 55%, I think. So, yep, we've still got a ways to go, but we are getting there. And then, of course, you have to design and launch the other components of this ship. And design something for a grand tour with every one of our Kerbals. All right, so let's go ahead and go to the Space Center. See if we can keep things varied today. And I think we should put the shipwreck flag on this this time. We're going to modify this thing and launch it. All right, and of course, this is not rendering properly, but it did let me click on it, so that's good. Next time we hear it, probably will render okay. All right, here we go. So if we open, and let's see, what did we call it? Did we just call it the grabber? Yeah, just the grabber. Yep, there it is. So yeah, this thing worked pretty well. I'm wondering if we can do something different with robotic parts though. So what if, let's get weird. Let's do a new ship, put the remote guidance unit on it, and let's get our diameter first. And do we really want to do nuclear fuel? Maybe not. Let's do this. And this is going to be really, really experimental here. So if I do structural parts, I think. Yeah, structural parts. And these are our structural panels, and they come in different sizes and are kind of rough to work with. So I don't know how well this is going to work, but here is my idea. If we do, that's probably a good size right there. If we do these, and I don't know why it orients these differently like that, but you know, there we go. That's what it's doing. Let's do them like this. And can we do these with 8-way symmetry, and will that give us the coverage that we want? Not quite. Okay, so let's try the next panel up. Okay, these will do it. What about the biggest one? Okay, those ones are just a little bit too big. So yeah, we're going to go with the SPS18. And I want to get them all oriented the same way. Oh my gosh, this is so rough. I hate working with these things. All right, so we know this is going to be the one. So let's do no symmetry for the moment. Like this, okay. All right, and now let's do two-way symmetry. And we're definitely going outside my comfort zone on this, and that is deliberate. So now we need to rotate. Like this. Okay. Basically, we're making homemade fairings. Alright, that works pretty well, except I think this end one needs to be a different shape. So let's do these triangular ones. These ones are equilateral, so they should work just fine. Not like that, though. Wow, okay. Alright, so what we can do is let's reset. Will it not let me reset? That's obnoxious. Alright, let's just unbend this thing. Keep it straight up and down. And so now this should be easier to attach. It had better be easier to attach. That's all I have to say. I mean, kinda. There we go, like that. So now we do this. And this. And that needs to be just a little bit less. Okay, like that. And then if we do translation control, local, and line that up. There we go. That looks okay. So now, how will this work with more symmetry? So actually what we need to do is add another one over here, and I need to turn snapping back on. Like this. All right, and then we rotate it. About 45 degrees. Is that 45? That might be. We'll find out. There we go, like that. Except it's not quite lining up properly. Let's do this with no snapping. There we go, like that. And then we need 4 of these, but we also need them to be on hinges. So let's do this. Turn snapping back on, and then whoa, okay. That's hilarious. So let's fix that. And this might work. Yeah, we can't sculpt these more precisely than that without a whole lot more parts, which we can do. But maybe that'll be for the next iteration of this. So for now, what we want is robotic parts and an alligator hinge, a nice big one like this. And let's put the alligator hinges in here. Like so. Then we'll place these on the hinges. And the chances are this will just wobble to pieces. That is the likely outcome here. But if we're lucky, that's not what will happen. Let's pin that, and let's zoom out, and let's see what the idea is here. So let's see, target angle. Current angle is 90. We want the minimum angle to be 90. There we go. And maximum angle, (105). Okay, that is so derpy. In fact, with this opened up like this, I think I can see some that I need to fix. Nope, like this was better. But like that. Okay, like this is about as good as it's going to get like this. Definitely, if this works well, then I will spend some time sculpting this with smaller panels, and it'll be funny. That's for sure. And of course, having it like this, having it hinged like this is going to be interesting. In fact, maybe what I should do, let's try this. Okay, that I think is going to be better. So yeah, this, okay, so between 90 and 105 is what we're looking for. Maybe 110. Let's do 110, give it 30 or 20 degrees of actuation. Like this. Yes! P-Penguin says, are you building Nero's ship from Star Trek, the Artichoke from Hell? No, I'm trying to build the thing from You Only Live Twice that was going up into orbit and capturing US and Soviet space capsules. So yeah, this is totally James Bond right here. So now we need to do some auto struts. Like this. No! Oh, that disabled all my my auto strat to grandparent part. Okay, so grandparent part, grandparent part, grandparent part, grandparent part. Okay, that one I got. Okay, cool. And then these ones. And I really hope this works. But if we're going to rescue something that Shipwreck redeemed and named Dan Derp Kerman, we need something ridiculous, right? That's what we need. Okay, yep, it undid that as well. So we want our angle limit to be between 90 and 110 degrees. There we go. Heard my name, said Shipwreck. Shipwreck, we are making something ridiculous for you. So let's head back in there because that's not pinned anymore. Let's pin that. There we go. So this is for grabbing a ship out of orbit. Now your phone has chicken on it? Ah, that's a you problem, Shipwreck. No. These are our custom fairings right there. So now let's go ahead and open it up. Let's leave that there, and we need some equipment in there. So let's do some batteries. And Shipwreck, redeeming the boozinate. That's the only reason I say your name, Shipwreck, is to remind you that there's a boozinate so that I can booze a haul. All right, here we go. For Shipwreck, we got the booze. Let's do it. Let's try to do it without spilling, Dan. That would be amazing. All right, Shipwreck says, if my phone has chicken, you will booze a haul. And Shipwreck redeemed Random Cat, we got Arya and Crookshanks. Hello, Arya. Hello, Crookshanks. All right, so now we need to put batteries on here. Let's put them right here on the hinges. Why not? Man, that's some weird placement right there. There we go. And now we also want... last time we regretted not having any monopropellant and reaction control thrusters, so let's do some of that now. And so if we put some of these guys on there, that's not a lot, so let's put more. Now we can put a bunch of these in there though. Like so. So that should be 240 units of monopropellant. There we go. We got a pretty good amount of monopropellant just kind of shoved on in there. And now we need, under the coupling, we need the advanced grabbing unit, and we do not want symmetry on this. And we want to put it right there. And now this is definitely like super overkill. This is insane overkill. Let's put some cameras in here too, because that's hilarious. So let's grab this camera here. And let's put it right here. All right, I think that will do. Like so. Okay, I like that. So now we can close this. And let's put an engine on this stage. let's do the Wolfhound. Okay, and that gives lots of Delta V with that nice big tank right there. However, we're going to want an engine plate. So again, for coupling, we get the big engine plate right there. And is it going to show me that attachment node while I change the diameter or the length? It doesn't look like it. But that's okay. So now we definitely want the reaction control system on here. Let's get rid of that. So command and control, we want this thruster block here, I believe. Yeah, that's the one with the 1 kilonewton of thrust. And so let's put that here with 4-way symmetry. Let's see, what's the center of mass? It's up there, of course it is. So let's put them here. Angled 4-horn should be fine. And that'll give us a little bit of control authority, but not a ton. So let's also put the place anywhere RCS ports down here. Maybe? If it'll let us. You know what? Let's do our custom ones. We've done those before, and they work very well. So let's do fuel tanks. Let's do another one of these. Another 4 of these. So we'll have even more monopropellant now. And these will serve as the base for a customized thruster block. So now we go with the linear RCS port, which has more thrust anyway. It has 2 kilonewtons of thrust, so that'll be handy. Let's do this. Actually, no, let's do this. And this. And that. And that. Okay, I think we're good. That should do it for that. And how much monopropellant is that now? 480 units? That should be enough. Okay. We might want to refuel this at some point, so let's put some docking ports on. Let's just put 2 docking ports on it. Boom, like that. And now, a decoupler and an upper stage. So this is going to be a little bit expensive to put up into space, but it's going to be hilarious and fun. And that's the most important consideration. All right, engine plate again. And engines. Let's do 1 vector. Okay. And now fuel tanks again. And let's get the big size 4 tank. And we can shorten this. There we go. And now we need something big on the bottom. How about the Rhino? No, that's not a big enough base. Do we have something even bigger than that, or is that it? I think what we have is this right here, the cluster adapter. Yeah, let's do that. And let's put 5 vectors on the bottom. And that is not enough thrust. Also, our stages aren't very well balanced, so let's change the balance of our stages. So we had that there. Let's do a shorter tank and a longer tank. Yeah, this is not a very optimized launch vehicle, I gotta say. But that's all right. Okay, that is much better balance between the stages. Okay, and so now let's put some small solid boosters to help it off the pad, because the thrust weight ratio is only 1.2. So let's see, coupling, and then let's put the radial decoupler on. And engines, let's just do a smaller one. I think the thumper should be plenty. Maybe we go. Not the Clydesdale, that's too much. Kickback, is that too tall? Yeah, that's too tall. Let's just try the thumper. All right, we got 4 thumpers. And if we put those in the same stage, that only gives us a 1.4 off the pad. Okay, yeah, we want more than that. So let's do... Oops, I got rid of the radial decoupler too. All right, to the engines tab, and then if we go for the thoroughbred, I think this might be, you know what I say, there's no kill like overkill. Aerodynamics, let's put nose cones on these things, there we go. And put those in the proper stage. All right, that gives us a 1.7 off the pad, I like that, that's really good. All right, and of course this thing costs $250,000, so you know what, we're gonna make a loss on this mission. Because of course we are, but that's okay. We can reuse this ridiculous craft here. The only thing I'm concerned with is aerodynamic drag on our custom fairing. That's going to be interesting. That's going to be an interesting one for sure. So I think what I'm going to do to ameliorate that, let's put a proper fairing on the outside of that. All right, are our stages good? They are not. Let's... Okay, so we got these 9 engines. Those get separated. Then that's separated, and then this engine here, right? Okay, yeah, that vector right there. Oh, that's the engine plate. Okay, I don't want to stage the engine plate. Disable staging. Okay, there, that makes a lot more sense. But we have a problem here. I have missed a decoupler. That's better. Okay. Okay, I like that a lot better. Grabber 2.0 and save. Let's see, auto strut to grandparent part, auto strut to root part, and let's put some launch clamps on there, and I think we're about ready to give this thing its test flight. And Pete Venkman redeeming a hydrate. All right, let's hydrate for Pete Venkman. All right, here we go. For you, Pete Bankman. Excellent, thank you. All right. Oh yeah, we're gonna put proper fairing on this as well. So let's put that here. Payload, 5-meter fairing. Fairingception here is what this is. Do not launch without hydrating first, says Pete Bankman. You know what? Good point. Clamshell deploy on, 4 sides. Ejection force, we want to put that to 800. There we go. And Pete Bankman redeeming random cat and got the first threefer of the stream. Shipwreck, you didn't get the first threefer. How does that make you feel? Mwahaha. All right, and so right there, and save, and let's send this out to the launch pad. First to get all 3. Nailed it. That's right. Now the thing is, this is not set to bring things home. I'm just now realizing that. But that's okay. We'll come up with something for that. For now, we're gonna go and retrieve it with its passenger. All right, here we go. Look at that. That looks great on the pad right there. Let's watch. First off, we have this camera inside. There we go. This camera showing us the inside. Also, we don't have a an action group for the fairing. Let's do that. We need to add an action group so we can actually open and close our jaws. All right, loading up the VAB. Oh, nope, we're loading up the launch pad. Revert to vehicle assembly. That's the right button right there. Yep, I've also done a little bit more cleanup of low Kerbin orbit via Kefri Bezos. He's been still working off his community service for getting Kaylee Obsidia killed, Kaylee Kerman killed. All right, so action groups, and we want oh, we don't have an antenna on this either. We do have one built in, but we want a bigger one. So, and we don't have solar panels. I'm glad we came back. Okay, so let's first add the solar panels. Let's add them like so. It's definitely more than we need, but I'm okay with it. And now communications. Let's add just one of these guys. Right here. Maybe. Will it let me? Okay, there it will let me. No, it didn't let me. Okay, where did it put it? Okay, it did place it. Kinda. There we go. Did it place it on the engine plate? Okay, that is okay, as long as it's on this stage. There we go. All right, so now action groups. Number 1 should be for toggling the antenna, and let's do 0 on the keypad for toggling the alligator hinges. And let's start them locked, actually. Yeah, that will help with stability. Because I predict these things are going to be flopping around even on launch. So we're gonna test that. All right, here we go. Now I believe we are ready to go. Let's launch. Oh boy. I really hope this works. If it does, I'm going to keep improving the design, keep iterating on this design. Okay, we don't need that up. We do want that. Ooh, we're not doing a recovery of any stages. So let's just do this. And let's choose our camera. Stationary camera, target self, and set position with a click. Let's watch. Let's watch from here. Why not? I mean, that's not a safe place to watch from, and that's what makes it fun. Oh, that's hilarious. Okay, here we go. All right. Throttle up. Stability assist is on. Let's turn on our flight recorder for altitude, acceleration, and dynamic pressure. And we are go for launch in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and liftoff of this ridiculous monstrosity. Vehicle is pitching downrange. And we are going to be rescuing at the moon, so if you are still here, Black Steel, this might be very informative for you. I hope, one way or another. Vehicle is supersonic. There goes the sound. And we've reached maximum aerodynamic pressure as well. So far, no wobble, so that's good. Screenshot. Coming up on solid motor burnout. We have SRB burnout and separation. And that engine is not... Is that engine lit or not? We're burning 4 engines. Interesting. Oh, this one's in the wrong stage. Always check your staging. We have Copernicus Cat saying, separation? Take that, Musk. I know, right? Well, we haven't gotten to that stage separation yet, and we are getting some wobble. Here we go. Wow, okay, some wobbles. Yeah, let's see. Now is about when we should be turning off that engine, maybe. Okay. Stage separation and second engine start. And fairing separation. And there's our custom fairing right there. Bonjour, says Copernicus Cat. Bonjour to you too, Copernicus Cat. How goes the day? The day goes well. Very well. Alright, we've got a decent amount of Delta V in this stage. We're going to keep following prograde for a little while, and we are in space now. Big Bangman says, Starship was also designed to land, which adds to the complexity. Yeah, Starship had a lot of control surfaces very far up, which means that not having thrust vector control, they were not able to counteract the extreme aerodynamic forces that were trying to make the thing flip around. But they did find out that their design very much exceeded what they expected for withstanding structural loads. But hilariously, their flight termination system didn't do the trick. They had to wait for the it damaged it enough that aerodynamic forces did end up destroying it, which is good. But the main thing that they have to adjust isn't anything with the actual ship itself except for the flight termination system, which is very funny. And a little bit with the launch pad. I'm very excited for the next launch, the next test. All right, let's pitch down to 0 degrees. The rocket had to essentially deflate before it could successfully scuttle. Yep, basically that's what happened, yeah. The explosives did help to destroy the tank's integrity, but not enough on their own, which was kind of a surprise. Because it was supposed to open them up like a zipper, but it didn't quite do it. Let's do a test of our custom fairings. Oh, the robotic part is locked. That's correct. Let's unlock them now. It is wobbling a little bit. Okay, they are all unlocked now. And there they go. I think I want that to be slower, actually. Let's change the target traverse rate to 20. Okay, and that does apply to all of them. Good. And we're going to go for about a 250 kilometer apoapsis here. Whoa, the camera changed. That was dramatic. All right, there it is. Okay, let's, whoops, that is, oh yeah, we've got our camera in here. Let's do it. That is great. You know, we could call this the graboid. That is still faster than I'd like. It's not ominous enough, you know? Let's slow it down even more. Let's slow it down to 5. I think that's degrees per second. Oh, that's way better. And it reduces the wobble at the end there too. Okay. Yes! All right, I'm having too much fun with this. Okay, let's point prograde and time warp to apoapsis. And start the engine again. We can close this. Copernicus Cat says, is your launch site in Perfection, Nevada? Nah, it's way perfecter than that even. I'm not surprised that there is such a city, though. All right, there's our roughly circular orbit. And now let's filter this a little bit. Let's turn off probes because that is a lot. And there's Derpy Dan's craft in orbit of the moon right there. So set the moon as our target. Let's do by impulsive transfer to target, create node. That's coming up in 16 minutes. All right, execute next node. Or do I hear tremors in your voice? Oh, that's right. Is that the name of the town in Tremors? I can't even remember the name of the town in Tremors, but that's such a good movie. Actually, abort node execution. Let's adjust this node a little bit so we don't actually have an impact with the moon. That's awesome. And actually, I think it needs to be the other way so that we are prograde. I think that'll be all right. Nevada has a Manhattan and a Metropolis. Nice. All right, let's turn on reaction control and execute next node. Thing is, I need to paint this thing black. Oh, maybe I can make this in Kerbal Space Program 2 and paint it. And yeah, the nose definitely needs some sculpting. That's pretty rough. Speed up the game just a bit. Pernicus says, and I drive through Beverly Hills from time to time. Nice. Beverly, that was. See, now I have to wonder what state this Beverly Hills is actually in. You know, I used to live in Mexico, Missouri. It was very close to Paris, Missouri. And there was a Versailles nearby as well. And actually, Nevada is in Missouri, and you have to pronounce it that way. You can't say Nevada, they won't let you. Alright, we have our ignition. I do like the proportions on this rocket. That's a fat rocket. Beverly Hills is also in Nevada. Nice. Very cool. Yeah, there's a California and a Nevada in Missouri. Or Nevada, rather. Alright, we are on our way to the moon, or at least we will be after this burn. Let's actually choose Derpy Dan's craft as our target. And here's our current orbit, and here's our projected path after the burn. All right. And we definitely have some wobble from this whole structure right here. That's causing the wobble. Okay, we have an encounter for the moon. We're definitely going to the moon now. Let's focus our view on the moon. Will it let us do that? I would like to focus my view on the moon, please. I'm gonna have to do it this way. Okay, yeah, this actually is looking pretty good. That's going to be a prograde orbit. Now, if we Can we change? Okay, yeah, burning forward will lower our periapsis. Good. Oh. MechJeb wasn't done. Oh, nope, that is raising our periapsis for sure. All right, let's just get there, I think. And then we'll adjust our orbit. That'll be fine. All right, we have arrived at the moon. Let's point retrograde. And then we'll follow retrograde all the way to our periapsis. Oh, and our relative inclination is actually... Oh, we're in a prograde orbit, but Derpy Dan is not. Oh, that's fun. Good thing we have a whole bunch of Delta V, so I think we'll be all right. So we'll get our capture orbit, and then at our highest point, where we're going the slowest, we will change our inclination to match. And Luli is saying, "Hello, Governor." I hope I said that to your satisfaction. How are you doing, Luli? I know it's late for you. You're probably headed to bed now. And Luli redeeming the Boozinate. Nice. Yeah, when shipwreck slacks, Luli wins. Thank you, Luli. Hope you're doing well. All right. Okay, we are pointing retrograde. Let's get there. Yeah, look at that going the other way. Of course. Naturally. All right, let's start the engine. And get our capture burn. Our capture orbit. And there it is. Okay, and that is our ascending node. So what we need to do, match planes with the target. Create the node, and that's coming up in 6 hours. Okay, yeah, we can afford that. Yes, thank you, says Lily, and about to go to sleep indeed. Nice. Okay, so since you're probably going to miss the actual rescue here, oh, that's, of course, it's dark. Let's see, how far? Let's time warp a bit so that we have some sunlight. I want to show off this thing. We're channeling our inner James Bond villain here, and we're going to be picking up a piece of space debris that has a passenger in it, using this thing straight out of You Only Live Twice. Which does, let's get out of time warp, there we go. Which opens up like this. And then it grabs it using this. Let's go ahead and arm it. And then it closes. Lily says, I've had "Hello, Governor" in my head all day. I almost said it in Supreme Stream, but figured she might not get it. Oh, that would make it extra funny. You definitely should. Next time. Next time, I dare you. Alright, so now let's execute next node. Such rescue, much wow. But yeah, the villain in You Only Live Twice, which I think was Blofeld, had a ship like this that he would send to kidnap the space capsules from the US and Russian space forces, essentially. Very fancy, yes. All right. Let's speed this up a bit. You'll do it next time? Nice. I just want to see how she says it, and if it's clippable. Because it might be hilarious. she'll probably try it several times. All right, we are facing the right way. Now it's going to put us into automatic time warp and take us there. We should probably deploy our antenna as well. I mean, we have a strong signal, so we won't need it, but just in case. Not gonna lie, it looks like one of those things you remove ticks with. It also kind of reminds me of the graboids from Tremors. You'll clip it for me? Nice. Alright, yeah, this is tilting our orbit on its axis to match our target. Beautiful. Alright, so now we need to do a bioimpulsive transfer. There we go. At the optimum time. Yikes. Let's not do that yet. Let's point retrograde. You don't know that reference? Oh, Tremors. Classic movie. These underground kind of worm alien monsters, you know, pretty similar to the sandworms in Dune, are terrorizing a town in Nevada. Pretty sure it's Nevada. And I think Copernicus Cat was saying it was Perfection, Nevada. That sounds about right. And they have to fight them off, and they live in just this tiny, tiny little, basically dead town. Kevin Bacon's in it. Is it a rescue or a kidnapping? Yes, it is, Lily. Yes, it is. It's a rescue that was redeemed by shipwreck, so yes, we're doing a kidnapping instead. Mwahaha! Alright, here we are. Oh, I see. Yeah, that would have been fine, actually, but I want to do this. Let's lower the orbit first. All right, now that I feel a whole lot more confident in. All right, execute next node. That is not such a drastic change in course. All right. Moving around to point in the right direction. And the burn is coming up in 32 minutes. A stack of minutes. Do minutes stack to 64, or do they only stack to 16? Maybe it's 2 stacks of minutes if it only stacks to 16. Alright, there's our target right there. Ignition. And shut down. All right, so we need to make an adjustment here. A very simple adjustment. There we go, that'll do it. And so now what we need to do is match velocities with target at the closest approach, create and execute. We're going to be going a relative speed of 81 meters per second. So here we go. And we will reach Derpy Dan in 1 hour and 12 minutes. And I'm going to make you wait in real time. Actually, now that I think of it, with the procedural wings that you can make in Kerbal Space Program 2, that might make it much easier, depending on how I can attach them, to make the customized fairings. There are some options. And plus, of course, we can paint it black for stealth. The only drawback with a good stealth ship is that it would be hard to see on stream. I'll hide it from all of you guys. Alright, we are pointed in the correct direction for our burn. We're currently 814 kilometers away from our target. And that, turning our nose around seems to have changed our closest approach significantly, so that's the whole thing. Yeah, that's a little bit problematical. Alright, but we have matched velocities. And let's see if we can fix this a little bit. Alright, we're tightening up our approach. Down to 3.5 kilometers. 3. Down to 2 kilometers at closest approach, so that's better. We're using a lot of our RCS. Alright, and let's go ahead and point at our target. This probe core can do that, which is very nice. Alright, let's get closer. And now we need more maneuvering, so I hope we have enough monopropellant. Because this thing is heavy enough that we need the monopropellant to turn around. Alright, we're 1.6 kilometers away. And we are headed away from the thing. There we go. Yeesh. This thing is going all over the place. Lisa says, I'm watching my brother's cat at the moment, and she just let out the saddest little meows because she misses him, and I'm just not it. Oh, no. Didn't miss the rescue kidnapping, I see. No, we're having some struggles with getting this thing to the target, but we're gonna get there. There we go. That's better. Oof. All right. Let's get closer. We only have 110 units of monopropellant left. It is a rescue or a rescue? Risque. That's a little bit risque, probably. Oh no, is it gonna happen at night? Oh no. All for you, Pete Venkman. We're doing it at night again. Okay, we got to tighten up the approach. Oof. Do we have enough fuel? I don't think we do. Rescue. Rescue, yeah. Resquewe. That's how I pronounce that, Quewe. Oh, this is gonna... we might run out of monopropellant. We're almost certain to run out of monopropellant here. But maybe we have just enough. Slow down and also tighten up the approach. Okay. Maybe. Oh, down to 18 units. Okay, but we gotta point at the thing. We gotta point at it. Point at the target. If we run out, are you just gonna float? Yeah, basically. Oh no! This is an experimental test craft, but it's a very expensive experimental test craft. And we've run out of monopropellant. Okay. Let's see how good our... Oh, I don't think we actually have reaction wheels, do we? Does this thing not have reaction wheels? Where is our command pod? There it is, the remote guidance unit. It does have reaction wheels, okay. But they are not very strong. Let's pin that for now. Oh my goodness. Oh no, this is anticlimactic. So you're supposed to be able to do bum 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 bum. I should know that tunes as Copernicus cat. You'd sympathize if you can see. I know, it's nighttime. Because of course we're meeting it up at night. Okay, so can I... Oh. They got snapped around by persistent rotation. Okay, it feels a bit Space 1999, but I don't think that's right. No, I see why you would associate there, but no. I can't remember if that tune is actually in You Only Live Twice or not, but it's one of my favorite themes from any James Bond soundtrack. I think that one's on Her Majesty's Secret Service, actually. Yeah, I think that's what it is. Okay, so we are 400 meters away and closing. We're going to get within 64 meters, but we're not able to actually turn to meet our target, which is very unfortunate. Yeah, because the reaction wheels simply cannot actually move this craft. Now, what if we do the tiniest little bit of thrust? Problem is that also speeds us up. But we have thrust gimbaling, so there's that. It's our best bet, really. But it does mean we're going to be going pretty fast when we hit the thing. And if I get Danbury Derp Kerman killed, Shipwreck will never let me hear the end of it. Okay, but if we pass it, then we can slow down. Okay. All right. I should install sails. What he don't know won't hurt him. Oh, he'll know. He'll know. Okay. Just a light amount of thrust in the right direction. Like this. Okay. Maybe. All right. So fuel just not the fancy kind? Yeah, we have fuel for the main engines, but not for the maneuvering thrusters. Okay, all right, let's turn the thrust limiter way down. So we basically just want to use this for thrust gimbaling. Yeah, see how that engine is angled way over. So I'm applying thrust at an angle to get us to rotate. But unfortunately, that also pushes us faster and faster. So there's that. Well, look at this. I can see it. I can see it. No! We went right past. Yeah, without monopropellant, this isn't gonna work. Oh, I'm so sad. Okay, well, that was our first attempt. Let's dispose of this thing. Actually, you know what we can do? Let's stage. Now we should have better control authority because it's a lighter weight shift. Doesn't see. Yes, sure. I know, right? There's not much I can do about that though. We're right on the night side of the moon. We're coming into where we might have some light though, so maybe we'll be okay on that. I would like to be able to see. All right, let's point retrograde to the target. Okay, yeah, we can actually turn now. A little bit. You're gonna say, okay, good to know. All right. So we're not giving up yet. We are determined, or I am determined. Okay. All right, and this is a lower thrust engine, so that gives us a little bit finer control. Light, yeah, we have light. Beautiful. Okay. Just need to get up to the target. And then slow down. All right, 92 meters away from the target should be good. How about them apples, says Lily. I have no idea what that saying is. I don't know the origin of that saying either, Lily, to be fair. All right, let's speed up the game a little bit because this thing still rotates really slowly, but we've shed enough weight that the reaction wheels can actually turn it. So that will make a ton of difference. And we should have ditched that stage earlier. We would probably still have some monopropellant for our reaction control system. Half of it is gone. Yep, we ditched a stage. That stage was nearly out of fuel anyway. That stage's purpose was to get us to the moon, and it did so. All right, we need to hold this right here. Except now we're spinning a little bit. Slow that down. There we go. Oh, dang it. Yep, that's our persistent rotation mod, changing our point of reference to the moon instead of our target. So thanks, persistent rotation. That's not what I wanted. Now I have to point this way all over again. That's okay. That's all right. At least we can do it. Luli redeeming the boozinate. All right, let's boozinate. I'm going to start the engine as well. And here we go with the boozinate for Luli. Drink away the troubles. I know, right? It's all we can do. It's the best we can do right now. Thank you, Luli. All right. So let's point away, match speeds, and Pete Venkman diluting the boozinate with a hydrate. All right, one hand still on the keyboard flying, and here we go, hydrating. Multitasking. Thank you, Pete Venkman. Got to stay hydrated to be effective in space. Yes, it is a haircut. Thank you, Lily. It's about time I got a haircut. Okay. And never capture spaceships without hydrating first. You know it. Okay, now we have to point at the right direction again. Let's make sure control from here. And let's activate this camera. This is funny. All right. Satan saying, howdy, Dan. Howdy, Satan. How are you doing? Well, I hope. Oh, no. No, I wish I could turn ads all the way off. It does, doesn't it? Like the claw from the giant robot in The Incredibles. All right. Oh, that's pretty good. Okay, point at the target. Okay. We're going to call this our first try. All right. And I want to get a good screenshot of this because this is very funny. Bam dum ba da dum bam ram bam ba bam da da dum bam ba bam. I'm very interested to see if my VOD gets muted. All right, it's in. Did we get it? Oh, come on. Oh, we're wobbling. We're wobbling. All right, it got away though. All right, I'll wait for Satan to mention whether he's out of the ads or not. Okay, but that was a start. And you know, if we chomp down on it, then we'll have it captured, and then we can just keep trying until it bounces onto the claw, the actual claw. All right, let's get out of that view. Satan says, "Hi, I'm back." Hello, Satan. Hope you're doing well. We're trying something very James Bond, and we're struggling at it a little bit. This is an experimental craft, but yes. All right, point this way, and yes. I need to get it right on, though. So we're going to point in this direction here. So if wherever we thrust, it will pull the prograde pointer towards the nose of our ship, and push the retrograde marker. So that's why I'm going down this way. I want to pull the prograde marker right onto the target marker. And let's turn down the thrust limiter. Let's get some unrealistically fine control over this engine. And that is not doing the trick. Whoa, okay. Yeah, this thing is still heavy, but I can at least work with it now. Okay, now I need to point over here. It's the way paths are curved in space was thwarting me there. All right. Oh my gosh. I'm like pushing harder on my keyboard as if that would do anything. All right, we're going to get within 43 meters, but that is not nearly close enough. Less than 40 meters, that's better. $20 meters. 10. Okay. 182 centimeters. That is 1.8 meters. Not too bad. Feedback says, I know I tend to press my feet hard against the floor and other people aren't slowing down quickly enough, as if that will fix the problem. Yeah, I know, right? Oh, man. Especially teaching teenagers how to drive. Which, in 14 years, I'm going to be teaching 2 at once. Less than 14 years now. Yikes. What was I thinking? You do that when your mother's driving? That sounds about right. Yeah, that's a natural instinct. Same here, says Copernicus Cat. Nice. Okay, let's, I know this is fairly slow, but it is, necessarily so. Man, if only we still had some monopropellant. I even added extra tanks. Okay, let's limit the thrust even more. Okay, 138 centimeters. That's something. Oh my gosh. Yep. I'm like tensing my muscles as if that will actually move this spaceship that is simulated in a video game. Okay, also we just need to point at it because we are getting very close. In fact, we're about to grab it because it is within range. These are very long claws. All right. Let's do this. Yes. Okay. Now, we just very gentle thrust. Which our thrust limiter is drastic. So I'm throttled all the way up, but that's only 5% thrust. Okay, we're getting closer. Let's do this. Let's pin that. And let's go up to 50%. Is it stuck? I think it might be stuck. All right, let's do... Oh yeah, we've chomped down on it and it's stuck now. Okay, so... All right. And again. All right, let's open. All right, we're going to use these to keep it in place if possible. All right, here we go. Okay, that's better. Okay, it's loose in there. That's good. That's very good. And throttling up. Haven't quite caught it. Come on, yes! We have it! Guys, it worked. It actually worked. It was a little bit touch and go, but we have devoured. We stuck the landing such as it was. Not really a landing per se, but you know, we grabbed the thing and we still have 3 kilometers of Delta V remaining. So yeah, let's where is Why won't it let me choose my camera? I have a camera, dang it. I'm pushing the camera buttons, but nothing's happening there. You know, whatever. Let's do it manually. There's the camera. Activate camera. There we go. That's the view from the camera. Yeah, it's still pretty dark. I mean, we're in the shade, but yeah, let's open that up and get another screenshot. It says, this is the most disturbing thing I've ever seen in this game. So I've raised the bar, you're saying. Nice. Kerbin says, this game won't let Damber Pig press his own buttons. That's right. It won't. How rude. Okay, there we go. I'm very happy with this. All right, so let's do prograde. We need to go home to Kerbin now. So let's go ahead and do that now. We need to change our thrust limiter back up to 100%. There we go. And we need to make sure we're controlling from the right place, because now it thinks that this is our command pod. Control from here. There we go. Yeah, otherwise we're going to go on the wrong... with the yay and nay buttons. I'm going to vote for yay. Nothing happens when I click on that, Copernicus cat. You're trolling me. Whoa. I pressed M for map, but I had the OBS, so it unmuted me. Here, I'll do it again. You're welcome. Yeah, all right. Map. That's what I want. So let's go to... Are we on the right part of the orbit? We're close enough. So yeah, let's do this. All right, now it's doing what I expected. Okay, that was kind of funny. Well, the patience paid off. I hope that didn't lose too many of you with the with how long that took. But I am so highly amused by this. Okay. Now we need to escape. It's now classified us as a plane because the command pod that we picked up is an airplane cockpit. And it is now counted as the root part of this craft. All right. Now we need to point retrograde. And let's bring our periapsis down to 150 kilometers so that we can go to Arcadia Station. And we'll probably have to pick this thing up with a space forklift. All right. Satan with the Rescue My Kerbal, and it's Kerman Diaz. Wow. Satan with the celebrity names. I love it. All right. We can do that. All right, there we go. A periapsis of 150 kilometers. So now let's time warp and get down to there. And we're holding retrograde. Arcadia Station as our target. There we go. I have an all-star cast for sure, says Satan. Nice. And Copernicus cat, of course, with the what? We're all doing the time warp again? Yep. I can count on you or Supreme Doom to make that reference. Awesome. Okay, and now we are lowering our orbit. and we want to bring this marker around to match this marker. But I should probably get past this marker first. There we go. And it'll come around a few times as we slow down. And Pete Bankman not letting us down, saying never trust the time warp, especially with strangely constructed spaceships. But all I have is strangely constructed spaceships. All right, let's reduce our separation at closest approach. That's good enough, and then we'll fine-tune it. Let's get right about to here. Yeah, our relative speed is going to be pretty high. I think actually we can probably manage one more time around. Don't forget about Sketchy Please boxes, says Copernicus Cat. Yep. They're smaller on the outside. Okay. Oh, I think we can do one more time around. P. Magnet said then you should heed the time warp warnings more than others. I mean, what fun is that? And Satan redeeming the Boozinate and the Hydrate. Ooh. Alright, let's do it. So here we go. Turn on the booze cam and Satan redeeming a random cat, and we got Crookshanks. Hi, Crookshanks. And here you go, Satan. Here's your Boozinate. And then we're going to keep Hangover Dan at bay with the Hydrate. There we go. Thank you, Satan. All right. Yes, now our relative speed at closest approach is only going to be 332 meters per second. We have plenty of delta V for this. So let's do fine-tune closest approach to target. Let's fine-tune it to 500 meters. Create node. And yeah, execute next node. Let's do it. Speed up the game so that we don't have to wait painfully as the reaction wheels slowly move the nose of the craft around. There we go. Copernicus Cat with the Boozahol emotes. And Lily says, I'm going to bed. Have fun. No worries, Lily. Always good to have you here. Hope you have a good night. And I'm glad I got to show off the James Bond ship for you. Thanks for dropping by. We'll see you later. And there it is. We have a closest approach of 557 meters. I will take it. And now we're going to do match velocities with target at closest approach, create and execute. And that's coming up in 15 minutes. Yes, it was the spectacles, Lee. Yeah, once the sun came up. All right, pointed in the right direction. Let's get out of map view. Yeah, speaking of the sun, there's a nice sunrise there. And there's Arcadia Station. And we're starting our burn. And yeah, we should be able to reuse this thing too. If we're able to dock it, then we should be able to reuse it, which will help mitigate its costs significantly. I'm glad we didn't have to just abandon it. I was worried there. I was legitimately worried that we're just gonna have to abandon the thing. 250,000 pesos abandonment. Nicht bueno. All right. Okay, we're matching speed here. And now let's point at our target. Actually, let's point at our target and get closer. I'm not sure if we have a space forklift docked currently, but we do have the PORC, the Personnel Orbital Rescue Craft, whose job it is to rescue Kerbals in orbit. So it's very appropriate if we use that to pick this thing up, or at least transfer some monopropellant. Not that we have much monopropellant aboard right now. All right. And now we need to turn around so that we can slow down. Because this is going to bring us very close. Yeah, the more fuel we burn, the more responsive this thing gets because it's lighter weight. So this is actually responding nicely in real time. I'm not going to complain about that. All right. Here we are getting close. Actually, we can probably use this guy here. Actually, we do have monopropellant aboard, don't we? We recently refueled this. Okay. I feel good about that. All right, we have matched velocities. So now let's switch crafts over here. And that was quick. Yeah, we have these which are full. Excellent. All right. And this has, who's aboard? Anybody? I don't think anyone currently. No, but we have Philip Brewer, Issa Kerman, Dan Bear Derp, and now Derpy Dan is here. And let's see, yeah, what's this button do? Kerman is on board, and that's someone that we need to rescue, so they're going to come aboard here. Are they a pilot? No, they're a scientist. So let's get a pilot. Let's get Eric. Eric Uspensky. Where is Eric? Eric is actually Raiders and Engineer, isn't he? Okay, I think Philip Brewer is a pilot. Yeah, Philip Brewer is a pilot. So let's do that. Let's transfer Philip to here. And Smatcat, how are you? Smatcat redeemed random cat, and we got Crookshanks. And Smatcat says, cat. Hope you're doing well, Smatcat. Let's also transfer, what's this button do, crewman, or Kerman? Let's see, transfer crew to there. I'm doing great, Smatcat. Glad to hear you are as well. And yeah, let's undock. There we go. And let's push off. Oh, we don't have much monopropellant on board. Okay, let's actually dock again. Control from here. Let's do the docking autopilot. Override, override. And yeah, we want to transfer a bunch of monopropellant here. There we go. Super easy, barely an inconvenience. Yeah, because this has these stratosphere roundified monopropellant tanks.
And the crowd goes wild.
Yay! Thank you, Smackcat. So let's get the fuel balancer up, and let's do RCS, and we want to find those specific tanks. And there are a lot of those here, so... Is it these ones here? No. So it might be these ones here. Yes. So transfer in. And let's just double check. Full. 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 And full. Okay, good. What about the capsule? I think that can carry some as well. Yes, it can. The Mark 1.3 command pod. There it is right there. Transfer in. Okay, now we have some monopropellant aboard. Nice docking, says Smackcat, and then drops a lurk. I hope you enjoy your lurk, Smackcat. And in fact, why not pull the whole tank? Let's just take the whole tank with us. Yeah. We want to do a refueling anyway, right? Control from here. Let's set this as our target. And let's turn to face that target. And engage the autopilot. Oh, override, override. Yeah, we don't need all that. Smackcat says you can play KSP2 when it comes out. So it's already out in early access, and a couple days after it was released in early access, I did stream it for several hours and had a blast with it. And yes, I'm definitely going to be streaming a whole lot more of that. But first, I want to finish this career. I've stuck with this career more than I have any other career I've ever done in Kerbal Space Program. Partly thanks to streaming it, keeping me from doing any sort of shortcuts or getting tired of it or anything like that. And so that's been great. We were talking about that at the beginning of the stream. And then, yeah, I think once there is at least the science career mode released for Kerbal Space Program 2, I'll stream a career in that. Right now, I might do the occasional just silly mission in Kerbal Space Program 2, but it's not quite in a state where I am excited to stream something long-term with it. But I think it will be. I'm not one of the doom and gloomers about it. Alright, here we go. MechJeb doing an amazing job here. Perfect. Okay, so now let's transfer out of the big tanks. There we go.
Actually, it's going to be super easy, barely an inconvenience.
Super easy, barely an inconvenience, says Pete Venkman. That's right. And let's control from here and dock to the station. Where is it? There's the station right there. We're still pretty close. Let's choose this docking port right there. Override, override. And MechJeb, take it away. Smackhead says, by the way, how are you understanding everything that's happening on the screen? Too much for me. Well, part of it is that a lot of what's on the screen is not relevant right now, and I'm ignoring it. So actually, I can close that. What we're using right now is this window, the docking autopilot, which is a MechJeb module. And considering we've done so many dockings, rendezvouses, all the things manually, the Kerbal way, now we're doing things a lot more realistically to real-life missions by using a autopilot. Yeah, basically the keys are the titles for the windows. So the ascent stats and atmosphere window, this is just some information about our orbit and such. Those don't matter right now. Maneuver planner is just if we need to do a maneuver to get from one place to another. That's not what we're doing right now, so I'm ignoring that. And Shane says, Dan knows what retrograde actually means. You know it. And yeah, let's force roll too. But docking autopilot right now is what we're using. So we've enabled the autopilot. We've set our safe distance to 5 meters, so it doesn't worry about backing up if we're already more than 5 meters away, which is exactly what we want because I've manually put it in the right spot. This I'm ignoring. We can draw the bounding box of this thing. It will tank the frames per second, but I'm going to do it for just a minute. So that is the bounding box, and look at that. It's a slideshow now. Just drawing these boxes. But that is the bounding box of the current craft and the bounding box of the target. And those are what the docking autopilot is using to calculate whether or not we're on a collision course or not. Man, I can't even speak. Whether or not we're on a collision course or not. But let's stop drawing that because that is using up a lot of compute cycles there. There we go, and immediately we're back up to an amazing 18 frames per second. Oh, my kids are up. I can hear them. Nap time is over. K-Wife's got it. So yeah, now MechJeb, the autopilot, has lined us up with the target docking port and is moving us in. Let's go ahead and activate this camera here. We can see the view. But yeah, it definitely can be overwhelming. I've customized the HUD up here very heavily to be just the information that I want. I haven't done that much with the MechJeb HUD. I know I can customize a lot of these windows, but I haven't. But yeah, lots of data can be on the screen at once. And part of it is just familiarity. And part of it is ignoring what I don't need. Your brain just exploded. But you'll be all right. Okay, good. I'd hate to be responsible for fatal exploding of a brain. Or would I? All right. And now we have used this as a space tug, and we have docked. And Smackcat redeeming the Boozinate. It's time. Nice. All right, Smackcat, here we go with the Boozinate for the successful docking. Thank you, Smackcat. Very much appreciated. It's time to drink, says Smackcat. Nice. Okay, so let's go ahead and we have so many different craft here that I doubt that the action groups are going to be the same. Look how huge that thing is. That really puts it in perspective. That's like the scale that Starship would have docked at the International Space Station, you know? Let's, okay, I think I'm gonna need to aim the camera here. There we go. Now we can look inside. All right, so now, Derpy Dan Kerman, get out. Let's transfer crew. And you're going here. Although we're also going to do an EVA for our traditional rescue selfie. All right. EVA for Derpy Dan Kerman. There he is. All right, let go and activate the rocket jetpack. And get control, there we go. And let's get some good light here. We want to get our selfie next to this hilarious monstrosity that was used for the rescue. So let's get over here before the sun goes down. And there's the screenshot right there. And Smackhead says, okay, I'm gonna go to sleep now. I really gotta fix my sleep schedule. See ya. Good luck fixing your sleep schedule. I know how that goes. I have basically given up trying to do that. But there's a final parting random cat redeem from Smackcat, and there is Crookshanks and Shadow. Hello, Crookshanks. Hello, Shadow. All right, let's get back aboard the rescue craft. The return capsule. So raise your hand if you're surprised that that mission took way longer than intended, because I'm not. That's in keeping with our traditions. Every mission must take 10 times as long as intended. And board. There we go. All right, now we just need to come up with a way to get the capsule home, because that's part of the contract, is retrieving the capsule. So, but meanwhile, let's head back to Minmus, because we have 9 days left before we can do our next launch. And let's see, we've got... Ooh, contract complete. Cover Befrid Krazos and Befrid Krazos craft from orbit of the moon? Oh, I didn't know we'd completed that. Okay. But that's some money. Befrid Krazos Kerman was added to the crew. Oh, that's right. I just hadn't closed those yet. Okay, Derpy Dan was rescued from orbit of the moon and is now part of the crew. Okay, there we go. So that is some cash for us. But yeah, let's see. So we've got our Dres launch window and then our Duna rover arrival at Duna. I sound like I work for the government, says B-Bangin. Oh, okay. What specific thing did I say that made it sound like I work for the government? I'm curious now. Let's see. Mosquito 3.0. We need Mosquito 3.1. Which is... Where is it? Oh, it's actually docked. Okay, switch to. He said that everything has to take 10 times as long. Yeah, well, that's the opposite of Montgomery Scott, isn't it? It's more like, I'm not surprised everything took extra long. I mean, I do run a space agency, so that makes sense, right? All right, what does this say? Have we processed all the ore? We have. We processed all the ore. Nice. So let's see. What does that bring us to? Yeah. My prediction was 55%. We're at 54.9, so I think I did pretty well there. All right. Yep, and we are ready for our next ore run, so let's do it. We need to undock right here. Switch to this craft here and push off. And now, I know Smackcat isn't here anymore, but we're going to clutter the window even more with landing guidance. And set our target as Greater Flats, which is the last place we landed, and let's just double check that target. Okay, that looks good. We also want to draw the ore overlay. Yep, that is where I've been landing. So now we can just land at target, and MechJeb will take care of this. So let's do another ore run, and then we're going to design the next ScanSat Supreme. We're going to do a minor modification of the current one, and then we're going to send it towards Dres, and it'll be a while before it gets there, of course, but we're going to send it there. And in fact, we have enough science points, we can unlock the ion engines, and I'm wondering if those are worthwhile for this. Probably not, because the thrust is so low. So we'll probably not worry about that right now. But another thing, speaking of the ScanSat Supreme, we've done all the scanning of other planets and other moons, and yet, is this going to land anytime soon? Yes, it is. Okay, good. And yet, the moon and Minmus, all we have is the ore map, and I don't think we even have that of the moon. So we have more science right here at home that we can get. All right, we have ignition. And a course correction. And our predicted landing is going to be about 140 meters away from our landing target. Not too bad. We're getting oriented for our coast to deceleration. Let's bring up our resource monitor here. And there are the Greater Flats right there. So our landing target is right about there. In fact, I think that's the marker. I'm not sure if there is a marker. That might be something else. Yeah, our landing target is right about there, actually. Yeah, that's something else. Can't read the text. It's too pale. Oh, that's one of our science stations. Yeah, it says Grand Slam Passive Seismometer. And yeah, you'll notice I haven't had to reactivate the RCS. The difference, for some reason, is unchecking the use RCS for small adjustment. For whatever reason, that prevents it from turning it off. I don't see why that setting should tell the guidance computer to turn off the reaction control system, but apparently it does. All right, we're decelerating. landing legs are deploying. Let's see, let's use the camera tools. Target self, set position. That is putting us in the ground. Okay, so set target. Okay, there we go. And set position right here. Let's try that. That's better. Okay, let's watch the landing from down here. All right, that's cool. Landing burn in progress. Screenshot, of course. And touchdown. All right, let's deploy the drills and start them up. Let's zoom in as well. There we go. There's another screenshot. I'm taking all the screenshots today. All right, so now what we can do, we can close camera tools. Let's time warp and fill the ore. All right, ore tanks are full. Stop the drills, retract the drills, and this is great timing. This brings us within 1 day of our Dres launch window. So let's engage autopilot and get back up to orbit. Nice. That's a view. Yeah, I love the camera tools mod. I should use it more. And I'm thinking when we do our actual grand tour, we might film some cool cinematic shots as we go. All right. Ignition. Pete Bangman says, I need to take my kids to birthday parties. Fly safely. All right, well, I hope they enjoy it. I see where your priorities are. Jeez. Good to have you here, Pete Venkman 84. And Pete Venkman redeeming a hydrate on his way out. All right, let's do it. Let's hydrate. Stay hydrated in orbit. Thank you very much, and I'll see you later. All right, we have our orbit, so let's choose our target, our propulsion module for our ship. Let's see, control from the docking port, bi-impulsive transfer, create node, coming up in 32 minutes, execute next node. We've got about 4 degrees of inclination change to correct here. Not too bad. Time warp, engage. And Satan with the boozinate. All right, we've got to undilute the boozinate here. All right, here we go, Satan. For you. Thank you very much. Satan's always looking out for me. And we have a nominal burn. Our separation approach is 375 meters. I'm actually going to increase that to 500 meters for safety. And now, match velocities with target at closest approach. Create and execute. And that's coming up in 29 minutes. Thankfully, MechJeb is willing to use the time warp and not make us wait. Closing on the target. And here we go. Oh, I forgot to change the alerts. I hear llama train. So we got our Minecraft alerts up today, but that's okay. We got Yamari 2 following. Thank you for the follow. Welcome to the stream. All right, we have matched velocities with the target. We're on the wrong side though, so we're going to fix that. Let's actually activate this camera. There we go. All right, we want to be on that side right over there. So let's get closer. Like so. And let's also pull up the docking port alignment indicator screen. There we go. All right, we're getting very close. So as long as we're on the right side, we can override the safe distance and start distance in the docking autopilot, which we've already done here. And then activate the autopilot and we'll be safe. We'll be good to go. All right, and autopilot enabled. There we go. We're moving toward the starting point. Let's actually put this up here, I think. There we go. And then it's backing us up. I actually want to be a little bit farther back. Actually, we're going to be okay. Yep, there it is. And Satan, let's see, wait a second. I saw Satan redeeming Booznate up there, but no, that is not new. That's 5 minutes ago. Dang it, I was excited I would get to Booznate again, but nope. Gonna have to wait. And here we go. And yeah, this is using hardly any monopropellant. Yeah, I was frequently running out of monopropellant. Well, I say frequently. I was consistently running out of monopropellant on the first 3 or so attempts with this particular lander, because it was using way too much to be way too have way too generous margins of safety for this particular maneuver. Okay. We're at the starting point. Okay, we can probably start docking now. What are we gonna do? You gonna do it? It has stopped for whatever reason. There we go. Moving forward to dock. I just turned it off and then on again. That did it. Have you turned it off and then on again? Yep. And that fixed the issue. You saw it here. And there we go. We are docked. Let's close the docking port alignment indicator, open up our fuel balancer. We've got ores. Let's transfer out. And yeah, we're only going to be able to transfer 2/3 of what we brought for now. Then we have to wait a little bit while it transfers 1,500 units, or it processes 1,500 units of ore. But yeah, that'll be fine. But the RCS, we can transfer back in, refuel the lander's RCS. And it's rocket fuel. And in fact, let's balance all and then transfer in. All right, and so that's brought us down to 54.6%, but yeah, we should be at 56% by the time we're done with this. Yep, it's tedious, but it is worthwhile. This will pay off in the long run. So let's go ahead and close that, and let's go to the Space Center, and let's modify the ScanSat Supreme scanning satellite, because we need to send one to Dres, and we might as well. We have one in orbit of Kerbin, but it's a very old model, so I want to send a new model to orbit around the Moon and Minmus. But I don't know if we'll have time for that today. We might do that next time. We shall see. All right, so into the VAB, because it's nighttime and it's not rendering anything. Kerbal Space Program 1 is a perfect game with absolutely no bugs. All right, so let's open. And let's go. ScanSat Supreme 8 was sent to Gilly, so let's load this. Let's save it as ScanSat Supreme 9, headed for Dres. Whoop, caps lock. Save. And then let's delete the previous version. All right, so this is now the current ScanSat Supreme. Now let's pull the launch vehicle off. So we just have the transfer stage, our over-the-top overkill antennas. There's no kill like overkill. And let's add some science equipment to this. So we've got more cameras now. So what we have here is the MSR Enhanced Multispectral Scanner, the Scan R2 Advanced Resource Mapper, and the SARC antenna. We also now have... Well, we have the MS1 multispectral, but we have the advanced multispectral, so we're going to leave that, but I think it's these. Okay. The Orden Industrial in association with Probodobadine PictoZoom 1000 camera. Jeb was fiddling around with the camera one day when he accidentally buffed a lever labeled "Do Not Touch," following some alarmingly zoomed-in pictures of Bill's panicked eyes. They decided this could be strapped to the front of a rocket for a telescope too. And Shipwreck redeemed Random Cat, and we got Shadow and Crookshanks. Not a 3-fer, sorry. Who was it that I got a 3-fer? I can't remember. I think it was Satan. These cats suck, says Shipwreck. Very rude. Incredibly rude. Oh, okay, here are the new stuff. Okay. VS3, Advanced High Resolution Imager. The pinnacle of Kerbal non-government high-resolution observation, this large and expensive imager produces high-detail color images that can identify unique surface features, uses a small amount of power, and functions only in lit situations. Well, how big is it? It's not too bad. We can maybe put it on the side like this. How heavy is it? 0.3 tons. Okay. Scan R2 Advanced Resource Mapper. Okay, so we've got... Ooh, yeah. Scan RX Hyperspectral Resource Mapper. Oh, man. This is fancy. Okay. Yeah, let's upgrade these. I think this is the new stuff right here. Hyperspectral Resource Mapper. SARX antenna, okay. Is this the new one? Okay, radar antenna. Entry-level L-band radar altimeter. Okay, so here's what we need to do. Let's leave, don't save. Let's see exactly which ones of these we unlocked most recently, because I want to make sure we are upgrading and not downgrading. That would be a shame if we downgraded. Shipwreck said, I told Supreme I was making chicken parm. Didn't realize we were out of Parmesan, so I cheated and used Monterey Jack. Shh, don't tell her. Okay, chicken Monterey. Nice, okay. Okay, the ScanRx Hyperspectral Resource Mapper is what we've unlocked recently. What else? What is the most advanced of these is what I want to know. Advanced high-resolution imager. Scanning tech. Okay, but what's the best? Supreme knows everything, says Supreme Doom. Don't read that, she's next to me, says Shipwreck. Okay, Shipwreck, I will not read the comment about how you're out of Parmesan and used Monterey Jack instead. I will keep that just between us. Supreme Doom will never know that she did not eat chicken Parmesan, but in fact ate chicken Monterey. That will be our secret. I promise, okay? We'll be all right. Okay, so where are the other scanning techs? Oh, I I hear the screaming goat. Supreme Doom, thank for the resub. We're doing the Minecraft alerts apparently today. That's okay. And yeah, wow, 12 months. It's our stream anniversary. Nice. Thank you, Supreme Doom. Very much appreciated. Okay, so let's see. Space exploration gives us... Okay, so these ones... The enhanced multispectral... Okay, so these ones are a lower tier of research. So we do want to do the advanced resource mapper. Okay. The hyperspectral resource mapper is the most recent one, though. All right, so this, I think, answers my questions. Now, which of the synthetic aperture radars was down here, though? Because that's important. I need to know this. I need to know. Field science? Could it be here? No. Where? Oh, come on, where is it? Chem. It's not there. It's definitely not there. Drillomatic Jr. Oh. Boo. Okay. Is it here? No, I've already looked there too. Basic science? Yeah, I think some of those parts might be actually very old. So yeah, okay, so Supreme Doom says, hello everyone. So Supreme Doom, we are upgrading the ScanSat Supreme, the one that is named for you. And now the Space Center is actually rendering properly. Because we need to send a new one. The last one we sent towards Drez, we lost contact with. And so now it's space junk. So we need to send a new one. You get an upgrade. It's a good day. Yes, exactly. All right, so let's open. There we go. And pull the launcher off. So we can upgrade the MSR Enhanced Multispectral Scanner to, apparently, the Scan RX Hyperspectral Resource Mapper. Okay. That's not how I want to attach it. This is how I want to attach it. Like so. All right, let's see what this looks like. Extend the antenna. It's just this camera. Okay. So as long as that has a clear view, we're all right. Very good. And we've got, yeah, this advanced resource mapper. That is... We want to actually remove that, and instead, let's put on the advanced high-resolution imager. Does that have engines? Huh. All right, let's do this. And that. There we go. Okay, so now that we'll be able to see. Tracked. Tracked. Okay. I think that will do it. But let's do some more science than that. We got this telescope. Oh, that's huge. That has to be its own That's gonna have to be its own wow, its own satellite. Yeah, that's a space telescope right there. Wow. Okay, let's put a magnetometer boom on here though. Let's put it right here. Actually, let's see, is this heavier than that? Let's see, that's 0.3 tons. That's 0.5. It is heavier. Okay, so let's put it on this side then, because we need to balance this. Okay, yeah, that goes a long way towards balancing it. Good. Springdoom says, this chicken Monterey is amazing, nothing strange. Sorry. Chicken Parma is amazing, nothing strange about it. Sorry, I auto-corrected in my head. Blame autocorrect for that. Shipwreck, I didn't give up your secret. I promise. It's fine. Everything's fine. We're all fine here. Okay, let's put a gravioli detector on here. It's all good, Jack, says Sapinium. Amazing. I approve. Let's put a thermometer on. And let's put a barometer on. Like so. There we go. We just got scientific instruments just strewn about the place here. I like it. Alright, extra science on this thing, and that makes it reasonably well balanced as well. Okay, so let's put this back on. Like so. Check our staging. Okay, that looks good. Okay. Fossabot says I'm banned. Well, that's it, guys. I guess that's everything. Alright, so yeah, we're good to go. Let's launch this thing towards Drez. And then on the next stream, we'll launch one towards the Moon and Minimus as well. Alright, let's take this out to the launch pad. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Shipwreck, now is your chance before someone else snipes you to redeem the last Boozinate of the entire stream. Oh, Shipwreck redeemed a Dan joke. So here's a Dan joke from Fossabot, courtesy of Shipwreck. I accidentally drank a bottle of invisible ink. Now I'm in hospital waiting to be seen. Wow. And Shipwreck with the last Boozinate of the stream, and Satan with the hydrate to dilute it, and Shipwreck with random cat, and we got Crookshanks, Shipwreck's favorite cat. All right, here we go with the Boozinate. For you, Shipwreck, the final Boozinate of the stream, and it's a generous one. Here we go. There we go, but and now we're going to dilute it, thanks to Satan. All right, thank you, Shipwreck, and thank you, Satan. And let's see, we are still 5.5 hours away from this alarm, so let's actually warp. Don't need that. Warp to next alarm. Like so, and it looks like we're going to have an evening launch just after sunset. Satan, you're fired, says Shipwreck. Wow, that's rude. Hashtag Satan did nothing wrong. Stream says what Dan doesn't tell you, says hydrate is a Boozinate as well. You know what? For all you know, it is. I mean, what I did say was that it was water, but I mean, vodka is the diminutive of water in Russian, so I mean, technically it's called water, little water. All right, so let's choose a cool launch viewing position, and in fact, let's do this at dawn. Let's warp to sunrise. Let's do this. Let's end this with one you can all see. There we go. All right, so we want camera tools, target self, and set position. Let's watch this one from out here. Let's watch it from next to this little obelisk thing here. I wonder if we're going to be able to see it. The obelisk. No. Let's see if I can very carefully select the position like this. Okay. Clear position, set position with a click. Right here. Ah, no, because we're zooming in too much. So, how about right here? Okay, we can kind of see it. There we go. All right, let's close the alarms. Let's close camera tools. And we want to change the autopilot to 250 kilometer orbit. And we want to edit the ascent path. I want it to wait a little bit more before we pitch over. There we go. Not quite so aggressive, a pitch over. All right. And we are go for launch in, let's see, it's throttle down. Go for launch in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and liftoff. Premium says, guess what? There was so much chicken parm, I will be having some for lunch tomorrow. Nice! Leftover chicken Monte Parm. Chicken Monte Parm. Vehicle is pitching downrange. Everything is looking normal. You prefer Parmajack? Chicken Parmajack? Monte Parmajack is on. Monte Parmajack is on. Vehicle is supersonic and has reached maximum aerodynamic pressure as well. I'm just on a screenshot spree today, aren't I? She asked why it was so spicy. It's a shipwreck. Well, it's spicy Parmesan. Everyone knows Parmesan is spicy if it's done right. All right, we're coming. There's a solid booster burnout and separation. Everything is looking normal. We've pitched down. Coming up on main engine cutoff. Oh, it's not doing the Miko because we have our apoapsis. That's hilarious. All right, I'll do Miko and stage separation. Second engine start, and hey, MechJeb did the fairings. I didn't have to do the fairings that time. That's wild. All right, let's disengage autopilot because it is not. Whoa. Okay, yeah, we're fine. So we need to engage the engine in order to return to our prograde vector. Shipwreck says, Team Pineapple Apsis not on pizza. Wow. Except pineapple does belong on pizza, Shipwreck. You're wrong. Pineapple is delicious on pizza. All right, and second engine start. Where's our shout out for pizza, Shipwreck? You're slacking. Hashtag Team Pineapple does go on pizza and Shipwreck is fired. right, and I think we can, yeah, we can speed this up. Game is keeping up. All right, let's get this into orbit, and that is where we'll go ahead and end it. Let's see, I'm going to go ahead and look on my phone to see who is online. I think Griffin might be still streaming. Yeah, Griffin Prime is still streaming. All right, let's cut the engine. So yeah, I'm going to send this thing on its way to Drez. Let's go ahead and go into this mode here because that's a pretty view. So yeah, let's raid Griffin Prime. And yeah, thanks everyone for being here. This was a lot of fun. We actually got a lot done today. And I'm going to keep refueling while we are between streams. But next time we're going to start with, we're going to be arriving at Duna with our probe that we launched last week. So yeah, on Monday we'll be streaming some more Minecraft Vault Hunters, and I might be authorized to make a special announcement by then. We shall see. No promises. But yeah, Monday will be Vault Hunters. Wednesday will be probably Vault Hunters, but maybe not. It is whatever Wednesday after not. And next week we'll be landing, hopefully, on Duna. So let's see. Raid. There we go. Let's make sure I'm in the right window. There we go. Griffin Prime. There he is. Yeah, he's working on his Sky Station, and he may or may not be decorating a crew room that I redeemed. He might have already done it. We'll see. So yeah, start the raid, and here is the raid call. If you're subscribed, copy that whole message. Otherwise, just what's between where it says Danbury 4 Totem. And yeah, I will see you guys on Monday. Goodbye!